Belly fat is really easy to gain, yet often the hardest area to actually lose. There's two different types. There's that really annoying belly fat that we all know about. This covers your abs, it's the side handles, but there's also a more dangerous type of belly fat that's stored really deep within your organs. This is known as your visceral fat. And this could create serious health problems. Today, we're going to be talking about the most effective ways to really get rid of both belly fats based off of entirely science. I'm going to save you thousands of hours, years of frustrations in the next 10 minutes. So this is the exact same process that's really worked for thousands of our clients today. And here's what you're going to learn. We're going to learn why most people get belly fat and how it's actually misunderstood for the most part, the most scientifically proven method that actually works, a simple 5-step process that you can start implementing today, and why you probably quit right before you've actually seen results. So let's dive right in. This is the science of belly fat. First, understand that there's two types of belly fat. Number one is subcutaneous fat. This is the soft, pinchable layer that covers your abs. The second type is the visceral fat. This is the dangerous fat stored deep within your organs and around it. That second type, it's really linked to heart disease, comorbidities such as diabetes, and a host of other health problems. But here's the good news. The approach I'm about to show you targets both of these belly fats. Now, here's something that the fitness industry doesn't really want you to know. You can't spot reduce belly fat. So that means all those gadgets that you see, those special creams, those fat burners, the belly fat burning teas, those juice, complete waste of money, guys. Your body decides where fat comes off from, not you, not these special companies. And for most people, the belly is really the last place it actually leaves. So after analyzing thousands of actual client studies and client results, here's what actually works. Very simple, anyone can do this. Step number one is create a consistent calorie deficit. This is a non-negotiable. You need to be in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, you will not lose fat. You will not lose weight, period. So this is how you do it right. Number one is you calculate your maintenance calories. For instance, what you can do is you can look for calculators online, or you can just really test based off your body fat. One commonly used way to measure someone's BMR or potentially their maintenance calorie is through this equation. For men, the BMR is 10 times your weight in kilograms plus 6.25 times your height in centimeters minus 5 times your age in years plus 5. For women, your BMR is 10 times your weight in kilograms plus 6.25 times your height in centimeters minus 5 times your age in years minus 161. Then from here, create a moderate deficit of 300 to 500 calories per day. From here, you can start to track your intake accurately for at least the first few weeks. You'll know if you're in a calorie deficit if you're losing weight. If you're not, you might be measuring wrong, or potentially the number that you're hitting is not actually putting you in enough of a calorie deficit. Now, step number two, super important, because this is actually how you build the consistency. You need to build your diet around foods you actually enjoy. This is where most diets actually fail, but here's a proven approach that really works for a lot of our clients. I want you to choose 20 of your favorite foods, 3 protein sources, a meat, fish, egg, and tofu, 3 healthy fats, so olive oil, avocado, nuts, 3 vegetables you'll actually eat, 3 starches or carbs that you enjoy, 3 dairy options if you can tolerate this. Personally, I can't. 3 fruits that you look forward to, and 2 YOLO foods, basically some of your favorite treats. Mine is ice cream. Just remember, this is not a 30-day challenge. It's a more sustainable approach that you can maintain as a lifestyle. But here's a critical part that most people often miss. It's your protein intake. Research shows you need at least 0.7 grams per pound of body weight daily to preserve muscle mass during fat loss. This is super important because this maximizes your metabolic rate, aka your BMR. Having enough protein will keep your hunger at bay, and it's really going to increase that metabolic rate that we just touched about. And it's really going to increase your metabolic rate that we just touched on. So for instance, for someone who's 180 pounds, that's at least 126 grams of protein every single day. Most people don't even get half that amount. All right, now we're gonna talk about the right exercise protocol. This is super crucial, but it's not for the reasons you might actually think. Strength training is step number 3, and strength training does a few things. 3 things that will actually specifically impact your belly fat. Number 1, it's gonna preserve your metabolically active muscle tissue. Number 2, it's gonna improve your insulin sensitivity, which might be helpful for fat loss. Number 3, it's going to reduce your visceral fat even when the scale doesn't actually move. This is why some people can weigh the exact same, but they start to actually see the abs because their body fat percentage is decreasing, but they're building up the muscle mass in itself. Muscle doesn't necessarily weigh more than fat, but what's actually going to happen is you reduce your body fat percentage, you reduce your fat, but you increase your muscle mass. That's why the scale doesn't actually change all that much. In 2021, there's a meta-analysis, and it showed that resistance training was more effective than cardio at reducing visceral fat in overweight adults. So this is basically what I want you to do. Train each muscle group for 2 to 3 times every single week. Focus on progressive overload. That means you're gradually going to increase the weight. Include compound movements and isolation exercises. Cardio has its benefits, but it is completely supplementary. I made a video on this, so you can check it out right here. The real magic happens when you're able to weight lift. Step number 4 is often overlooked. It's optimizing your sleep. This is super underrated for fat loss, and it's a hack that most people just completely overlook. In fact, there's a study in 2022 and revealed something crazy. There was a test subject. This study looked at sleep-deprived subjects. Basically, they only had 4 hours of sleep per night. And what actually happened was they consumed 300 plus more calories every single day without even realizing it. From here, they gained 8% more subcutaneous fat, gained 11% more visceral, dangerous belly fat. Even more impressively, when researchers put people on identical calorie restrictive diets, those who actually slept way more, 8.5 hours, lost 1.6 times less muscle and lost 2.3 times more belly fat than those who only slept 5.5 hours. The exact same calories, but dramatically different body composition results. This is super important, guys, because some people can lose 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds, but still not hit their dream physique. Why? Because they're just focused on the number on the scale as opposed to reducing your belly fat percentage. So your target now is to aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. I know that this might be hard. People have heard this so many times. You have to get 7 to 8 hours. And it's really hard. One of the things that's really helped a lot of our clients is really trying to create a consistent sleep and wake time. This is super, super important. From here, you can also limit your blue light exposure 90 minutes before bed. You can keep your bedroom pretty cool, 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and consider magnesium glycinate supplements if needed. Step number 5 is truly important. It's mastering the mental game. This is where 90% of people actually fail. They get super frustrated because they don't see immediate belly fat reduction. Here's what you need to know. Belly fat loss follows a non-linear pattern. That means initial weight loss first 1 to 2 weeks. It's mostly water, guys. Fat loss begins throughout the body, often noticed first in your face and neck. Then your stubborn belly fats, your stubborn areas, your belly, your back fat for men, your hip, thighs for women, arm fat, this really just comes off kind of last. The people who succeed are those who track multiple forms of progress. So there's measurements, there's photos, there's energy deficits, even using a DEXA scan. They celebrate small wins along the way, and they trust the process even when the progress feels super slow. You're often your most critical critic, and most people quit right before that huge breakthrough, which is going to happen. The average person tries 4 different diets before giving up completely. The successful person sticks to that one science-based approach long-term to actually see it all through. Let's recap your whole complete belly fat loss protocol. Number 1, create a sustainable calorie deficit. So this is 300 to 500 calories below your maintenance. Number 2, build your diet around high protein foods that you actually enjoy. Number 3, prioritize strength training. Three times pretty good, right? 3 is ideal. Sometimes you can do 2, but honestly, 3 is best bang for buck with progressive overload. Number 4, optimize your sleep quality and quantity, so 7 to 8 hours every single night. Number 5, measure progress in multiple ways and stay consistent and patient with the process. Personally, for our clients, we use the DEXA scan so that we can actually implement a protocol so that we can see what the actual difference is. Give an example, if someone lost 0 pounds, but this person gained 5 pounds of muscle in 3 weeks, that is a home run. We definitely don't want to change anything. So guys, follow this approach consistently for 90 days and you're going to see huge significant changes in your body composition. I've used this exact protocol with thousands of clients already, from busy executives, business owners, to just parents with multiple jobs. It works because it's based off of science, not hype. Look, I could have been like, hey, there's this crazy supplement that's going to help you burn belly fat, but that's not what I want to do. Instead, I'd much rather give you what actually works and earn your trust. So if you found this valuable, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below with your biggest takeaways, and I'll respond to as many as I can. Remember guys, knowledge without action is completely useless. Start implementing today. If you want to check out more videos, there's some right here.